Okay, so never done a review before, but everybody kind of asked for them. So as you can see, this is the Nitro Z19 2017. One of the last productions on the line is what I was told. So they ran out of hardware and they put some 2018 stuff on it. And actually the cabinets in the back are actually built for the 2018 edition, I guess, is what I was told. So we'll start from the front. As you can tell, this is not the standard trolley motor. I got the Minn Kota Motor Guide, I guess the Motor Guide pinpoint trolley motor, 80-pound, 24-volt. And then they sent me this blade because the other one's kind of warped and was wobbling. So I got that for free, actually. Since then, I've installed the Hydro Wave Mini, and you can see right here the little controller I have mounted here next to the fish finder. I had the HDS9s installed, one here, one back there. They are linked, and the dealer was supposed to install the NEMA network and the pinpoint, but they ended up just mailing it to me and I installed it myself, so they all connect to the trolley motor. So far I like it, unless the lake shores are not very accurate on the map, and then it's not as good. But if it was just like contours or something, I think it would be definitely handy following contours. As for the foot pedal, you'll see that it's not in there. I didn't like that the buttons on the side was not there. You can't hardly use it. So I'll show you that here in a little bit. One thing to mention is these rings around here. I lost 2 of them, and Nitro sent me a couple cup holders to replace them. But if you turn it just a slight twist, they vibrate and they pop loose. So it's best to secure those down with some sort of glue. I ended up super gluing them, so they're definitely secure now. The other thing I didn't really like is this tool holder. It's I guess if you had like pliers and stuff, that would be okay, but I actually have this up here, so it's easily accessible. My wife don't like holding the fish by the mouth. Imagine that. As you can see, I got the anti-fatigue mat. I really honestly can't tell any difference because I kind of just lean on the butt seat and use my feet there. The butt seat is okay, it's fairly comfortable. The hydraulic, you know, obviously I'm not very tall, so I have it at the lowest setting, so that helps for short people like me. So moving back, you can see that it's dirty because I had it at the lake. And one thing different between this trailer and my old trailer is my old trailer, you had to have the wheel wells in the water or it wouldn't load correctly. This one, don't make my mistake. Do not have those wheel wells in the water. This is carpeted right here, but definitely keep those out of the water, or this lip right here that you see here will ride up on there and it will be stuck. And as you can see here, I've damaged it. A little bit of fiberglass chipping. So actually I'm taking it tomorrow back to Missouri to get that repaired. I'm not sure if it's to the fiberglass or not, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Here's the console. It's pretty standard setup. Nothing different other than the HDS9. I mean, you got all the same gauges. Moving on, as you see these seats, I'm not sure exactly what's different, but I was told these seats are the 2018 version. So if you can tell the difference, it's more power to you, because I can't. I don't know what they look like in the old ones. But one thing I do know is different is this hatch, this back hatch here. You can see that it opens up like this. One thing I wish they would have done is a piston assist. I don't like them flipping back and putting pressure on that hinge. So I wish they would have put some sort of hinge or something, maybe a rope or something to keep it from flying back too far. I don't really use them that much anyways, because I don't really have that much tackle to put in them, to be quite honest. I'm new to bass fishing, kinda. I just kind of fish for whatever's biting. So that is that. Moving back, you can see I had the 12-foot talons put on. I have a hydraulic plate put on. So it's an Atlas. I'm not sure which one was better, but that's the one I went with. And you can see I have the Mercury Pro SX 200 horse. Who knows what the prop is, because I have no idea. It's a Mercury 24P Fury. Looks nice. I haven't hit anything yet, so that's a plus. And the motor runs real good. I do notice that I have to trim a little more than I'm used to, I guess, from a 90 horse to a 200 horse. And moving the jack plate up and down and fine-tuning it it's a little different. But moving over here to the side, as you can see, that's where I hit the trailer, right there. Like I said, that side rode up on there. You can see it here where it did, and there's some white markings underneath from the trailer on the bottom of the fiberglass. And one thing that was pointed out to me is you see the rims are pretty darn dirty, especially that back one. Something, maybe the brake not disengaging. I'm not really sure. I might have them take a look at it when I'm in Missouri. And again, this hatch is the one that opens up from the other direction. I had the second console put in. This thing here is pretty nice. It's carpeted. I got the save face in there, which is not really big enough for it, but it fits. It's just a pain to get to everything else then. And then I did have the storage underneath put on there, just in case I need the extra storage. Over there you can see that I had the phone RAM mount installed, the hot foot. The radio is a kicker radio instead of, I guess, the Sony radio. So honestly, it doesn't pick up radio stations as good as I thought it would. I don't know if the antenna is just loose, but my friend's boat, he picks up radio really good, but mine kind of fades in and out quite a bit. So I might have him take a look at that antenna or something. You see my controller for my shallow water anchors there. You can see that I have the ventilation system switch over there along with the live wells on and off. The auto bilge does work. You have to fill it up a pretty decent amount. I pretty much had to put a water hose in here, and it finally did kick on. I'm not sure exactly how much water was in there, but it was a pretty decent amount. So moving on, the trailer is very easy to get on and off. That's one thing I really like about this trailer. You know, you're pretty much stepping up into it. One thing about the trailer that I'd point out, I've never had a trailer like this, but this is a switch, and that's what pops this thing right here up. I didn't know that, and it took me like 30 minutes to figure out how to get that off there for the first time. They didn't show me, so I didn't know. Anyway, so we'll go on up top here. The other thing that I want to point out is the hydraulic in the back. My wife is super short, so I ended up actually buying a shorter pole so she could actually touch the floor with it. And she wanted a high back chair because she's pregnant, so she wanted something a little higher. So I did get the locker bar. Honestly, I thought it had some sort of key fob alarm on it. I guess I misread that one, but it has a alarm that's a padlock, which is kind of stupid. But so don't waste your money there. These do lock. These locks here, they're not. I mean, that's all that's holding it. So I mean, better have some good insurance, I guess, which I do. So we'll open this first one up. Yeah, you can see I don't really have anything but life jackets, paper towels in here, some poles, these little push poles. I don't know what they were, but they came with the boat. They extend out. I think they're like push poles, I assume. here's that foot pedal I was talking about earlier. And you can see what I'm talking about. These buttons here are super hard. You can't get to them with your foot. So you're like leaning over just to push the button. So that's stupid. So I considered getting the other, it's like a foot pedal. It's just like a little V, I guess, shaped. Because I really hate these type of foot pedals. This one's super sensitive. So it's like, you touch it, fast. So I just leave it in there. That's where it goes. So that's that. And everybody talks about this cooler, the sandwich thing. I haven't figured out how to snap it in there to keep it in there. I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong, but I noticed over big waves and running down the highway, it does shake out of there and fall in there. But I'll have to figure that out later. But it does keep everything cold. No issues there. And this is the tackle area here. I don't really have a lot of tackle, but it's got plenty of room. You could literally store just about anything in there. And there's your ventilation system there on each side. I've only had water over the deck just a little bit, so I don't know how dry it keeps it, but so far so good. It's a little tough at first, but you see the light there, that helps. Only when the power's on. You see the poles there. There's plenty of space. I mean, it's great compared to my little Skeeter. It was like a pole nightmare trying to get everything because they didn't have the little butt holders or anything. So that's pretty good. All right, coming back to the console. You got your Pro trim, jack plate, tachometer, trim, water pressure. You got your Lowrance HDS9, speedometer, fuel, battery, your little buttons that controls the wells, the bilge, the horn, the phone RAM, the stereo, ventilation, cup holder, little 12-volt plug-in, little space you can put stuff. I don't know how much I'd really put there because it might bounce out of the boat. And then you got the third seat, which I did get because I have a son. The speaker over there, the handle. There are handles in between the seats, but my 6-year-old can't reach them, so, but they still work pretty good. One thing I noticed that this netting, it gets caught in these live wells and everything when you're putting them down. Ooh, it's pretty smelly in there. Probably should clean that out someday. Stinky. Put my ruler back here. And so let's see if this is unlocked. That's locked. And I don't have the key with me, so I mean it's just your standard batteries. I did get the emergency switch put on this one, even though it wasn't really offered, but it was an add-on option. Typically is what I was told. So it was, I don't know, $300 extra, I think, but I think in the end it was well worth it. I think that's really it. If you got any questions, you know, you can feel free to ask. If there's something that you've seen that you don't like, let me know. Other than that, I'll be taking it back to Missouri tomorrow to get that fiberglass fixed. And won't be doing anything stupid here. Loading the trailer too deep. Alright.